Here's a tour of my evil genius base. I've noticed that a lot of people come and go by the boat or the helicopter. So the moment they come off the helicopter, first thing they see is a hotel with some doors for them to investigate, a casino for them to waste their money at, a bar to hang out at. And if that's not good enough for them, hopefully the first thing they see is a killer hotel. My design for these is always changing. This particular one has fewer doors and fewer traps, which makes it a little bit cheaper and take a little bit less electricity to run. This hotel design kills about 90% of the stuff that comes into it. One mistake is this lightning thing is too far away. It rarely hits anything. Rarely do any guys live to get that far into this thing. So if this was over here or something, it might be a little bit more effective. The one thing that never gets out of here is hardened veterans who can just kind of walk through the bees. The electricity doesn't kill them, but still I'll kill a few of those guys. And those are the few people who will come back here to investigate these doors. Most agents don't survive that long versus the lightning and the bees. Let's see. Moving on to the base itself, there's a little kind of question mark zigzag thing. You want to come in here? Fine. You want to go through here? Fine. It'll just take you out to this other part of the base where there's nothing but traps. You can't really hurt me. The only way to get into my base is to zigzag through here, past the battery of guns and cameras, and then you will come to the barracks where hopefully a bunch of people are hanging out, and some doors with 4 on them will have them be guarded so that my various henchmen can gather up people quickly and go attack or whatever they need. I did manage to use up most of the real estate of this place. I maybe have a little bit too much power, but that's because I usually need more for the ridiculous number of traps that I have. All these traps are 2-part traps. What happens is some of them go off continuously, as you can see here, because the freak-driven control trap is triggering them. And the rest of it is quiet. So agents are like, hey, it's nice in here. Then they walk in here. And these sensors only set off these things when the agents trigger them, even though some of them are deep in the trap itself. So that even when dudes are blowing around in here or trying to run back, they're setting off these ones over here. And same thing. Some parts of it will fire continuously, other parts seem harmless, so that agents will wander into them. It's the end of the game. I do have this jerk, John Steele. Oh man, I hate that guy. But he's not messing with any of my plans anymore. He's getting strapped to the nose cone of a rocket. That's what's going to happen to him. He's not going to like that. I already have this special little thing made to push the button so I can launch the missile myself. I like doing that. Let's see. Extra secure freezer room. For these things you have to acquire this for absolutely no reason. These things never worked in the game. I don't know if that they do now or have a practical purpose, even if they function as advertised. This is just for fun, but it looks good. Here's my guy's office. I tried to make it as nice as possible for him. Let's see. And I've just recently angered the world, so now the United States has sent a bunch of troops after me. But they're on the wrong side of the world. One thing I've done is I've blocked off different parts of the world. This one only takes a single hotel and a couple of bee traps, and you cannot get from here to here, which means this entire side of the map, you can't get into my base. There's no way in over here. Not until you get over here and you come off the boat and then you zigzag through this stuff can you get into my base on this side. So that's like nearly half the island. You can't even get into my base. Now hopefully these guys will wander down here and jump in the trap. But we'll see.